Hey, you guys want to make chorizo tacos? Hang on. Ready? That's right, chorizo tacos. We're going to show you everything. We're going to show you how to make the chorizo from scratch. We're going to show you how to make a great salsa campechana to go on your tacos. We're going to show you a nifty little trick to take the bite out of your onion. And a great little trick we lifted from our pals over at Milk Street on how to make those corn tortillas nice and soft and maybe convert a couple of you flour tortilla people. So let's get to work, but as you all know, step number one, is pour yourself something nice. Today, I got Mars Hotel by Blue Jacket. Blue Jacket describes this one as a sweet stout with horchata natural flavors and vanilla beans and cinnamon. Kind of a lovely dessert pairing with this Mexican fiesta. Yeah, good stuff. Let's get to work. Get a big bowl, everybody in the pool. 4 cloves of garlic minced goes right in. Next, we need 6 tablespoons of ancho chili powder. Yes, ancho chili powder. We need the powder of a dried chili here. Never to be confused with chili powder. This is a blend of spices that has some chilies in it, but also a bunch of other crap we don't need. Nah, we need the powder of dried chilies themselves. We're using ancho in this recipe. There are many that can work, just not ground chili powder seasoning. Now, store-bought ancho chili powder is totally fine, but you'll get total badass bonus points for grinding up your own chilies like a fancy boy. And follow that up with 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. Next, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, which is technically another chili powder. 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. Half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. Half a teaspoon of ground allspice, 1.5 tablespoons of OG Kush. No, wait, dried oregano, and a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Now get in there with your hands and mix those spices and vinegar together into an even paste. Yeah, use your hand, not a spatula, not a spoon. You're a professional. You love your food. Get in there and mix it up. Mix it up real good and even like.
Well, it is very nice to see Daddy utilizing the kneading techniques that I have shown him all these years. Notice these paws performing the exact same activities on this blanket that Daddy is using in that bowl. He learned it from me.
Once all your stuff is thoroughly combined, bring on the meat. 2 pounds of pork. We didn't get this far to start using a spoon now. Get in there with your hand and combine that stuff together until it's nice and uniform. I want every fiber of meat thoroughly coated in vinegar and spices. You don't get chorizo by being lazy, kid. Get in there, mix it up real good until it's all one color. And once you finally get it thoroughly combined, you're going to need to slap this into an airtight container and let it refrigerate for 24 hours to let those spices take hold and turn this ground pork into chorizo, baby. Now, maybe you're the kind of savage who's going to use all this chorizo up at once. If so, I salute you. Me personally, I like to be able to rest assured in the fact that I have a freezer full of chorizo ready to deploy at a moment's notice. So go ahead and do this up into patties, put some parchment paper between each one, and then
freeze it on up as you need to. Now slap those patties into a freezer-grade plastic bag and pop them in the freezer, and they'll keep for 60 days. When the time comes to cook your frozen patties, get in there with the tip of a butter knife and twist like you're opening up an oyster, and they will snap right apart for you, nice and easy. Make sure to place your frozen patties in an unheated skillet and kind of figure one patty per taco. Maybe I want 4 tacos today. Maybe I want 5. You know what? I'll have as many tacos as I want. You are not the boss of me. Turn the heat on medium. That's the adult heat. You want to cook your patties gradually here. Now, when you can see the juices working their way to the surface of the patties, that's when you know you're cooked through enough that you can get in there with a spatula and start chopping those bad boys up. Get them into nice fine pieces. And make sure to swirl any juices that cook out back into the meat as it cooks. Keep cooking and stirring this for about 5 or 6 minutes, chopping and swirling and scraping as you go, making sure to recollect those seasonings off the bottom of the pan the whole way. And then you want to bring on about 1/4 cup of cold water. Pour it over the spatula to disperse it around the pan, and use that to deglaze the bottom of the pan, wake those spices up a little bit, and get everything coating that meat again. We're going to cook this water off completely, but this will help to bring a good glaze onto our chorizo as it goes. And this is about what you're looking for when you're done. There's no water left in the pan, the spices are all tightly coating the meat, and you can even see some crispy bits on there as well. So, go ahead and keep this nice and warm while we prepare our corn tortillas. Go ahead and set your oven to 400 degrees.
Excuse me, what's going on out here? The Twitter Boots is trying to binge watch Gossip Girls and there's all this rackets going on. Jeepers.
Right, sorry for the ruckus. Just kitchen manager Momo, rooting around the pantry, trying to find the sheet pan for the next scene. Don't worry, I'll have it. It's all under control.
Line a sheet pan with heavy-duty aluminum foil.
Bloody hell, was anyone going to tell me that he had already found the bloody sheet pan?
Bring on your corn tortillas. Brush them on each side with a little vegetable oil. It is totally fine if they overlap a little bit. Cover that tightly with 2 sheets of heavy-duty aluminum foil and park it in your 400-degree oven for about 5 or 6 minutes. With our corn tortilla rendered soft, pliable, and delicious, we bring on our lovely, lovely chorizo, the star of the show, as well as a little topping that the taqueros call the salad. Let's show you how we make this. Bust out your Christopher Kimball Nakiri knife and get a half a large white onion and put the spurs to that sucker. Dice it up real nice. Throw that diced white onion into a colander and give it a good rinse under cold water. Now, I could swear that I heard Rick Bayless refer to this technique as desenfuegarse, which is supposed to mean remove the fire in Spanish, but I have since tried to Google this term and came up with nothing. So I don't know if it was a fever dream or where I'm getting this memory from. Bottom line is, I do it with my onions all the time, and it's great. Now, while your onion drains, get yourself a good handful of cilantro and chop it on up. If you're allergic to cilantro, you think it tastes like burning soap, I guess you can use parsley. I don't know. I don't have those problems, bro. Sarah would like me to tell you that this is called chiffonade. It is not. This is literally just chopping. Get your chopped up cilantro along with those desenfuegarse onions and marry them all together nice and thoroughly until they're a big, happy white and green family. Then we're going to add our salsa campechana, easiest salsa on earth. How do you make that? Thought you'd never ask. Here we go. In a medium skillet over medium heat, toast 1.5 pounds of tomatillos, 6 cloves of garlic with the peel on, half a large white onion, and 2 guajillo chilies, stemmed and seeded. After 2 minutes, remove the guajillo chilies from the skillet. Get 2 cups of water boiling in a medium saucepan. Bring on your guajillo chilies, and then bring on about a cup of dried arbol chilies, which have been stemmed, but do not worry about the seeds. We need those bad boys. Lid on, get that sucker off the heat, and let those steep for 20 minutes until soft. Use that 20 minutes to finish roasting those vegetables in the skillet, flipping halfway through. Once the contents of the skillet have been adequately pan roasted and your chilies are nice and soft, remove the skins from the garlic, throw everything into a blender along with a good handful of cilantro and a bunch of salt, and puree it until smooth. Once you have everything combined, give this a taste. Add more salt if it needs more salt. Feel free to use reserved chili water to thin it out if it needs. Throw your new amazing salsa into airtight containment. This will keep for about a week. Use it on everything. Gargle with it, nachos, whatever you want. And with that, all that's left is to squeeze a lime on down there. Get that lime running through that salsa and onto those onions and cilantro. Crumble on a little bit of queso fresco. And what more could you want? But to lather, rinse, repeat ad nauseum. Build yourself another taco. Build yourself 40 more tacos. God damn it, it's a pandemic. This year has sucked total ass. Eat all the tacos you want. Let's have 30, let's have 40. It's time to have tacos. What's that? What's a good side dish for tacos? How about another taco? I'm gonna have 3 tacos. And instead of a side of rice and beans, I'm gonna have 3 tacos with a side of a taco and a taco. Treat yourself.
100 mf%, Daddy. Bring the tacos to Momo.
Yes, the Tootie Boots would also like tacos. Bring them directly to Tootie Boots' kitty house. Thank you very much.
Chorizo's spicy. It's got some warmth from the chili powder, obviously, but that allspice and the vinegar gives it some real interesting complexity. Good garlic hit. Then the freshness of the lime and the salsa campechana and the onion and the cilantro kind of wakes everybody up. Lends a nice crunch in there. Queso fresco, nice milkiness. It's kind of comforting. And then corn tortilla, man, nice and toasty corn flavor, but as you can see, nice and soft, not snapping in half on me here. That's great, man. I hope you want to make some chorizo, make some tacos. Give it a shot, why don't you? We'll see you next time on Talarico Attacks.